Welcome back to my channel. This is Becky, and in this episode we're going to be talking about the sacral chakra. So we're going to do a little story and some information about service. And you might want to go ahead and take a screenshot of that so you can look at it a little bit closer while I'm reading about it. Okay. So the sacral chakra, this is known as one's own support. And I believe please forgive me, I'm new to the Eastern medicines. I believe says here is Svadhisthana. And this is relationships and creativity. So that's what your sacral chakra does. And here's a quote for you. It says, here in the body are the sacred rivers. Here are the sun and moon, as well as the pilgrimage places. I have not encountered another temple as blissful as my own body. Saraha. All right, so the second chakra is the sacral chakra, is the focal point of our emotions, sexuality, and creativity. It governs our sense of self-worth, how we relate to others in sexual and non-sexual ways, and the confidence we have in our own creativity. This chakra concerns emotional flow, feelings, fluidity, and openness. The essence of the sacral chakra is that of water, which is, my birth chart is Pisces. So I think the sacral chakra is one that I'm constantly trying to protect. It's always flowing and never static. It represents grace and acceptance, an ability to go with the flow, which is why some people have a hard time, because when I'm in their presence, they don't want me to leave, but I have to. And then it becomes like this, longing. And I'm like, if we learn detachment, then we can come and go in each other's lives freely. You don't have to try to capture me and put me in, a little box. You can just let me fly like the butterfly I am, come and visit. And then I help pollinate all the flowers. But I do understand that a lot of people become addictive to my energy and they want to replicate my essence. And so there's a lot of times where I have to be like Jesus and be out in the desert walking by myself and praying and meditating and trying to maintain my own, forward momentum that I can't allow other people to hook into my sacral energy and like go along for the ride. Like, sorry guys, I gotta unclip those carabiners and say, no, this is a solo journey with just me and Jesus right now. So service. Honey Adams. I attract to you whatever you desire. If you give up your desire. See, so you have to let go of the things that you think you want in order for the universe to give you opportunities to learn new things that you never even knew you didn't know. The legend. Honey Adams loved her 3 children very much and had a rewarding family life, though sometimes she regretted never finding a career outside of the home. At the end of her life, she realizes that this failure, it's not really a failure, but this failure was not a failure at all. She achieved something more difficult, passing on a legacy of service to her daughter, Franny. Being a mother is a great accomplishment. I'll tell you right now, that's one of my biggest badges of honor, was being able to be a single mom and watch my now adult children, be in the hands and feet of God. They are Christ followers in a very dark, messy world. So we always have to give people grace in learning how to wield the sword of truth, right? So your inspiration. Are you seeing your life as it really is? Though we may wish things to be different, often we create just what we need. This is an opportunity to look at where you are today. Give up what you think you deserve and start being of service. I've always said that I will always perpetually be the Boy Scout, Good Samaritan, the adventure crew, Girl Scout. There was a time even where my sister treated us to a White Sox game when my kids were little, and I remember her kind of like rolling her eyes at me because they were dropping the peanut shells onto the ground as we're watching the game, and I'm like, don't do that, somebody's got to clean that up. And my sister's like, that's their job, let them be kids. And so it's just funny that you can have me and her only a year apart, right? So same parents, right? Same DNA, but it gets activated very, very differently. And sometimes people have a beehive mind mentality, and it's like, no, this isn't a beehive mind. It's everybody is for themselves, but it doesn't have to be cutthroat. It can be supportive. So I'm just very excited to see what God's going to do with me now that I'm at the grandma stage of life and my kids are doing great. All right, your personal inquiry. How does the idea of service inspire me? How can I make the most of my present situation? What can I give? Maybe when you finish this video, that might be something you can write and reflect on in your journal. How does the idea of service inspire you? How can you make the most of your present situation? And what can you give? I do have a Starseed launch program. If you have an idea of gifts and talents that you have that you think you can monetize, I have the entire blueprint program of how to help that. I'll help you with that. I also have a 90-day complete family resolution mentorship program where I can help your family work through behavior issues and communication issues, help you with mindfulness and self-awareness. The other thing I have is what's called the 7 Steps to Getting on the Same Page program. And again, that's to help you improve your communication skills so that way you can evolve into the best, highest version of yourself and feel confident when you're speaking with other people, especially when you're having difficult conversations. Your key ideas are favoritism, unwillingness to compromise values, finding contentment, and the joy of service, as well as precious memories. Keywords: compassion, loyalty, and strength. And I know I'm one that my family has a motto of loyalty over love. And I want both. So that's why I'm holding out. I don't want to settle. I want both. All right, the meditation. Keep relaxing until you find yourself in a place where you feel safe. Honey is there. She has come a long way to visit you. It doesn't matter what you say. Simple words are fine. Explain to Honey why this place is safe. Now she has to go. She gives you a warm hug and thanks you for meeting her. Watch her walk into the light. What was the last thing you told her? Open your eyes and write it down. I'm just so grateful that you're here learning about the chakras and on your own personal self-healing journey. And if you need any assistance, please reach out, and I look forward to talking with you in the next video. Have a great day.